From VTV Channel 6 Studios in downtown Vernal, this is Local Point with your host, Chris Piner.
Welcome to Local Point, brought to you by Ashley Regional Medical Center. I'm your host, Chris Piner, and joining me in the studio we have Brianna Schumann and Joey Madison to talk about the Agape Project. What an intriguing name, the Agape Project. We'll talk a little bit about that, but first let's have a quick introduction of both of you. Let's start with you, Brianna. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, I'm Brianna Schumann, and I'm a photographer. I'm a mother and a wife. I have a son that's going to be 3, and I'm originally from Vernal, Utah, and I live out in Salt Lake Valley right now.
So you made a travel out here just to visit us here on Local Point.
You bet.
How
Absolutely.
important you feel. All right. Well, yes, I'm sure some of our viewers are very familiar with you here, Brianna, and your great family. All right, Joey, let's hear from you.
I'm Joey Madison. I'm also originally from Vernal and living right now in St. George, Utah, but very happy to be here in beautiful weather in Vernal in the summertime. So glad to get away from the southern Utah heat.
A little bit of the heat down there. I love how you specify St. George, Utah. Are there other St. Georges? There probably are worldwide, right?
Maybe,
but,
yeah.
That's great. Well,
yeah.
It's good to have you back, both of you, here on Basin soil again, so to speak. Let's get right to the project, though. What is Agape?
Well, the word agape is actually it's a Greek word, and it means the highest love, the most selfless love. And so when I started creating that project, I started thinking of a name that I wanted to call it, and that just kept coming to my mind.
Do you speak Greek? How did you know this?
I'm very fluent in it.
Are you?
No, not at all. No, it was just for some reason I've always loved.
You had learned it, and it stuck with you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very good. All right. So the highest form of love. This is a very important project. What is this all about? Now you got us hooked.
It's about adoption, and it's about.
This is the selfless part, right?
It is. It's birth moms who have placed their child, and families such as myself who can't have children, and we are blessed to be able to bring one of these children into our home and be able to create our own family.
So this means something to you. This is very, very important to you.
It is, yeah.
How many children do you have?
We only have one right now.
You have one.
Mm-hmm. And we are hoping to adopt again.
Ah, very good.
So, yeah.
So it was a good experience.
It was amazing.
And was this part of the driving force also, that you were able to do it and it was a great experience? What do you want to accomplish with this project?
I think awareness. The adoption community is very small. As far as once you get to know somebody, everyone's been touched by adoption in some way. And so for me, it was just that I wanted to create something that people would be able to be touched by it and realize that there is so much love involved with it. And if there's any individual out there that is considering placing a child or aborting, that they would hopefully go the route of placing a child.
Right, and consider how important this has been to you and how much you want children.
Yes.
Wonderful. I love the title. That is an appropriate title. It's stuck and it works. All right, now Joey, how do you fit into this project? You two have known each other for a while, but reconnected in a way recently.
That's right. Brianna and I, we've known each other since high school, but we reconnected recently through our journey in photography. And Brianna created this project, and she asked me to come aboard and photograph some of the birth mothers as part of an experience that they were having. They were getting makeovers and having a special day just for them, and she wanted them to be photographed, and it was a huge collaboration, and I was so grateful to be a part of it. And because I have never, in my immediate family or friendships, I don't have any experience with adoption. And at first I was hesitant to participate because I didn't know what I could bring to it besides my photographic skills. I didn't know if I could connect with the girls, but she was able to help me see that we all go through the same types of emotions no matter what our experiences are in life, and it was just a really great experience all around.
So, Brianna, you said that most people have had some contact or in some way it's impacted their life. You had not until now. Now you do.
Mm-hmm.
And so it does. It continues to spread out and touch people. All right, just flesh out the project for me a little bit more. But what are you doing?
Well, I'll explain how the project kind of came about first really quick. It was a dream that I had that I just felt like I needed to do something to give back. And so
this is post-adoption, after your
this was after we had adopted our little boy. Right. He was about one. And I woke up in the middle of the night and told my husband that I really felt like I needed to do something. I wanted to give back. And it took a little over a year in the making for all of this to come together. But
okay, now I'm going to use that as a teaser, because
okay.
that's a good hook for our audience. I can tell we're gonna want to talk a little bit more about that. But we need to take a quick break.
Okay.
We'll be right back to hear more from Brianna and meet Brooke Alexander after a message from our sponsor, Ashley Regional Medical Center.
Hello, I'm Cy Hutt. I'm the CEO at Ashley Regional Medical Center. You know, these days you hear the word quality a lot in advertising, but there's a big difference between talking about quality and practicing it. At Ashley Regional Medical Center, quality means two things.
First, customer service. We hold ourselves accountable for giving each individual patient a positive healthcare experience. The results? In an inpatient satisfaction survey from the end of 2011, Ashley Regional scored better than 70% of U.S. hospitals. Second, quality is following nationally recognized clinical standards. The leading organization in America for setting and monitoring quality standards is the Joint Commission.
In fact, Medicare uses a Joint Commission to ensure that its policies and rules are in effect, to protect patient safety as well as improve treatment results.
Ashley Regional Medical Center has been Joint Commission accredited since 1996 and is the only hospital in Northeast Utah accredited by the Joint Commission.
So what does this mean to you? When you need hospital care, you can be confident that Ashley Regional is committed to and delivers quality care to you and your loved one.
Welcome back to Local Point. Joining me is Brianna Schumann and Brooke Alexander. Brianna, we talked a little bit in the beginning of the last segment with you. I want to get back to that, but I want to introduce Brooke to this segment. Welcome to the chair here.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Tell us a little bit about you.
Well, my name is Brooke Alexander. Was Merrill. I'm a local, but I now live in Salt Lake City, working towards a social work master's degree at the University of Utah.
Boy, we have got all the smart ones on today. I can feel that. Well, very good. I want to talk a little bit more about your involvement in just a moment, but when we last left off, we left our viewers hanging on this dream that you had, because the Agape Project, which is what we're talking about today, was really kind of something that came to you inspirationally, right?
Right. Yeah, I was supposed to take care of everything last year. It was when everything was going to evolve, and we actually had a failed placement ourselves, and so I kind of put things off, which I was grateful for.
Now, just for those who are just joining us, the failed placement is?
We were planning on adopting a little girl,
okay.
And when we went to the hospital to bring her home, the birth mother had changed her mind. And so it happens.
In that she decided she did want to keep the child.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
All right.
Which happens, and that's something as being an adoptive mom that you prepare yourself for, you know. So we postponed everything, and I was grateful that I did, because it seemed like everything fell into place, and the connections that I made in the meantime were amazing, and so it worked out even better than I could have dreamed it to.
Right.
So.
All right, what's the target audience for the Agape Project? Who are you trying to speak to, really?
Those who have maybe that are pregnant right now and considering placing a child, and those who can't have children and they're wondering if adoption is a route for them. There's quite a few that can't have children.
You're trying to get rid of some mystery. There is a little, would you say, for me there is, a little mystery surrounding adoption. Lots of questions that we don't really know, and maybe that's what this can bridge.
Absolutely.
Right? Help with that?
Absolutely, yeah.
Right.
You know, and the great thing about adoption is every situation is different. Every story is different. But emotions, I think for both adoptive moms and birth moms, they're very similar. We go through a lot of the same emotions for different reasons. But it's been a journey to realize that.
So you can even use it as a little bit of a group, right, to relate with each other. And
Absolutely.
I'm going through this. Are you also? Very good. Now we know we need an hour-long show to really talk about all of this, right? So we just have to get to the main details. How has social networking, and Brooke, I'm going to get right to you, hang in there, but how has social networking played a role in the creation and sustenance of the Agape Project?
It's been great. When I first aired it, we put it on Facebook. And to be honest with you, I really didn't expect anything. I just wanted to get it out there and have some awareness. And I think within the first week, I had over 300 emails. And it was emails.
There was a need instantly.
It was emails from families who have adopted. It was from women who were considering placing their child but wasn't sure. And they said that once they saw the video that they knew that that was something they needed to do. It was from families that had never considered adoption but had been trying for years, and they realized that maybe this is something that they should look into. So it was very overwhelming.
So Facebook, really,
Yes.
we want to say, was key.
It was.
In this, and still is, right?
still
So if
is.
people want to check this out on Facebook, how will they do that?
We just created a Facebook page, and it's called the Agape Project. The Agape Project Adoption is how you can find it on Facebook. You can also go to theagapeproject.net, and that tells a little bit more about the project and has the video that was filmed for it.
All right, now that's very important too, this video, because this will answer a lot of questions and kind of introduce the program and maybe turn a couple of people on to what you're doing, what you're involved in, right?
Yeah, that's our goal.
So they'll be able to see that on the Facebook page, but there's another web page as well, right?
Yeah, theagapeproject.net.
Yeah. And I took a look at that. It's a beautiful page. We're running out of time, and I want to get to Brooke quickly. Brooke, how are you connected with all of this, other than the fact that that you also were classmates?
Brianna had posted on Facebook that she was looking for birth mothers and adoptive families to participate in the project. I placed my daughter for adoption nearly 2 years ago. She is the joy of my life, and I felt inspired to contact Brianna and be a part of her project in hopes that maybe my story could influence other women who have been in my similar circumstance.
Right. Wonderful. Wonderful. Well, this is, for some people, a little bit sensitive. So how courageous of you to come on today and talk about this. How wonderful, right?
Thank you.
I love that. So now, are you continue to be involved in the Agape Project?
Definitely, Brianna.
I saw your picture on the website, right? All of you. Lovely photography, by the way, to the photographers, right?
Brianna contacted me about 3 weeks ago and notified me that she was coming here and asked if I would come. I was definitely a bit hesitant. This is my hometown. I was worried about people's opinions of my choice, and I decided that this journey has been such a blessing for me as well as my daughter that it would be very selfish to not share with others, in hopes that they will see that adoption is a beautiful thing and inspiring.
For all parties.
Yes,
right?
Definitely.
Beautiful, it is. What a great name, Agape, right? And thank you all for being here today and sharing that. So let's encourage our viewers to check out your website, your Facebook page, and do they need to friend you?
Nope.
No, don't have to do that. I was going to say, I mean, you can have these beautiful,
We want more friends if you want to
guests
friend
here,
us.
friended on Facebook. No, thank you both for coming today. I really appreciate that, and I wish you well with the Agape Project. I hope it continues to grow and impact lives.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you
Chris.
both. And thank you for watching today's show. That's all for now. Please join us next time right here on VTV Channel 6.